You ready to find out what's really going on with your favorite celebrities? Get the inside scoop on the juiciest scandals and successes with Celebrity Gossip Girl. Our daily updates are the hottest gossip scenes and stories, provide you with exclusive access to the real story behind Hollywood's biggest stars. Don't rely on hearsay anymore. Get the real deal delivered right to your home, and be the first to know about the celebrity gossip that everyone is talking about. Support our channel, Cash App $CelebrityGossipGirl. So let's get into it.
Priscilla Presley reveals all. The painful marriage to the king of rock. Priscilla and her family moved to Germany in the late 1950s, the same she met Elvis for the first time. Elvis had already established himself, but Priscilla was a young 14-year-old. When they first met, Elvis was quite nervous when he saw this young beauty, acting quite awkwardly out how Elvis had returned to war. Upon the completion of his serving requirement, he and Priscilla kept in touch for years. Elvis kept in touch with me as I wrote him letters as well for 2 years, so my parents saw that there was something that was going on and it was more than just friendship, she explained. As soon as she reached adulthood, she learned about the truth behind her parents. During childhood, she assumed that her father was Paul Bewley, an Air Force officer. However, it was revealed that her mother remarried. Her biological father was James Wagner, a U.S. Navy pilot that had unfortunately died in a plane crash. On the first day both parties met, Elvis brought Priscilla home a bit too later than expected. As expected, Priscilla's parents were furious. They insisted that Priscilla would never be allowed to see him again. Then again, Elvis had the gift of gab. He was able to convince her parents that the incident of her coming home late would never happen again. It seems to have worked. Before they met, Priscilla wasn't that interested in him. How could that be? She did have some friends who adored him, but she had seen a magazine in which there was a picture of the king that made her a bit disgusted. She disliked the fact that he was signing an autograph on a particularly inappropriate place on a blonde beauty's body. While they were in a long-distance relationship, many rumors were spreading that Elvis was having affairs with celebrities like Anne Margaret, his co-star in the film Viva Las Vegas, and with singer Nancy Sinatra. To lessen the heat surrounding the concern and to clear the mind of Priscilla, he invited her to move in with him. Though the couple seemed happy, Elvis was still living a double life in their early years. During his time in the army, Elvis received news that his mother, Gladys Presley, had passed away from a heart attack. Despite their questionable situation, Priscilla did everything to comfort her man. According to her, it was the most vulnerable time in his life. Elvis kept constant communication with her when he left for Germany, writing letters and calling her for 2 years during their long-distance relationship. In Christmas of 1966, Elvis proposed to Priscilla after living together for several years. However, there was gossip about the details of the proposal. There was a rumor that Priscilla threatened Elvis that she would leak their relationship status to the press if he didn't propose. When they married at the Las Vegas Aladdin Hotel in May of 1967, the media was in a frenzy. The marriage ceremony only took 8 minutes, not the type of wedding any woman would want. Though she married the man that many ladies yearned for, this was only the start of a frustrating life. Priscilla enjoyed being a housewife. However, her relationship with her husband wasn't getting any better. According to his new wife, Elvis was very possessive, and he would always speak his mind and control her every move. He controlled the times he allowed her to clean, to the things she enjoyed, to the dresses she was required to wear. Though a decade separated their ages, he didn't want her to grow old. It's been mentioned that he would make her feel self-conscious by slapping her in the forehead. He would bring attention to her actions that would potentially give her wrinkles. Priscilla loved him dearly, but there were times that she wouldn't feel safe, in fact, be afraid of him. She had said that Elvis became a different person when angered, and petty enough to hold a grudge. There were also instances when he would gun their television set when he felt bothered by something large or small. She can admit that it's funny now, but extremely scary back then. A few months after they got married, Priscilla learned that she was expecting a baby. This unfortunately made her nervous. She recalled Elvis stating that women who get pregnant act as though they have an excuse to let themselves go. These comments irked her so much that she considered an abortion. However, the couple went through with the pregnancy, and on February 1, 1968, Lisa Marie Presley was born. Being married to a rock star does sound exciting, but it was different in the case of Priscilla. Red flags at the start of her marriage continued on. Eventually, everything continued to get worse. She wasn't allowed to visit places of her choosing, let alone live any normal life. Despite the problems surrounding her marriage, she still wanted to look beautiful for her husband. She made it a goal for herself not to lose her husband, especially to another woman on the road. She always made sure she was wearing makeup. Priscilla admits that she tried to emulate the styles of other celebrities to keep her husband. For several years, Priscilla tried to maintain her relationship with Elvis. However, after not receiving the same energy and support she needed, she fired back. When she started taking karate lessons, she slowly started an intimate relationship with her instructor, Mike Stone. This eventually turned into a public affair. Her husband, however, wasn't expecting any of this but was able to realize all his flaws. When he tried to fix things with her, it was too late, and he couldn't do anything about it. After the divorce settlement was finalized, she received $725,000 in cash, which is about $4.2 million today. The settlement also included child support, spousal support, and half the money from their Beverly Hills mansion. She also received 5% from her ex-husband's publishing company. When Elvis passed away, Priscilla got even more. Despite years of back and forth of their stressful and open-ended marriage, they managed to revel in its conclusion. Upon the formal, judge-approved divorce, Elvis and Priscilla even walked out of the courthouse holding hands. In 1977, the King of Rock passed away and the whole world mourned for his demise. Priscilla was in shock. In an interview, she opened up about her late ex-husband and said that behind all the fame and persona, he was alone. The pair may have separated, but that hardly meant Priscilla did no longer love the king. In fact, the opposite was true. I needed to find out what the world was like. Really, it was one world. But the greatest thing about our relationship was that we still loved each other, the ex-wife of the kind had proclaimed. When Elvis died, she was left with the Graceland estate. This property was worth millions but also expensive to maintain. She decided to turn the estate into a tourist attraction. When it opened to the public, she was able to create a profit for herself but also create a way to honor her late ex-husband's legacy.